Yes.
But
Mr. Sharnal, what is passing through my mind, it is my duty to express it, that as it was submitted by the learned advocates representing the petitioners, that the matter relates to selection process of 2022. Now, there were a batch of the issue relating to now a date has been fixed that testimonials are being verified till 18th of June. Now, in the meantime, in other matters, Supreme Court has framed the eligibility criteria of the candidates who are having d.el.ed qualification of duration of 18 months obtained from nios. Now, you are allowing those candidates who are petitioners before the Honorable Supreme Court. Based on the parameters which has been laid down by the Supreme Court. Now, on the other hand, similarly circumstanced other candidates who also participated in 2022 selection process, they are they are kept outside the purview of this exercise relating to verification of credentials on the score that these candidates are not petitioners before the Supreme Court or appellants before the Supreme Court. This is the whole crux of the issue. Now, are you in a position to demonstrate before this court that the petitioners who are before this court are not similarly circumstanced, apart from the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court?
all that I can say, with your lordships, on the basis of their averments, this is subject to verification. Somebody says, I am doing that, I am doing. On the basis of the face of the verification, they are all same.
Yes.
Same, but subject to verification.
Subject to verification. Yes.
This is one thing. But your lordships,
they will not steal a march because I will pass an order if after hearing both of you, if the court is satisfied.
But the 30th May's notification
Yes.
is in terms of the Supreme Court order. Now, difficulty we will be facing, I don't know how your lordships deal with that. Supreme Court says appointment within 3 months. That has to be changed.
That has to be
changed.
Why?
Because I have to consider I cannot deal with them within a month. I kick on no way. I cannot. At least 6 months I have to be given.
Why extension of time is necessary?
Because I have to verify them. I think they are 2000, something like that. 2000. I have to verify each of them. They have to give the papers then.
Very well, you will verify them. Regarding the time, I cannot. It has to be extended by the Supreme Court. But if they come within the zone of consideration, then take appropriate steps before the Supreme Court seeking extension of time.
I will be falling in contempt then. That save us. So for consideration, that's okay. Because Supreme Court in subsequent order has said that will remain. The notification will remain. Then 30th May notification will remain.
Subsequent order.
A Kaushik Das went before the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Again,
30th May notification
will remain.
2025.
Will remain. Then I have to follow that.
Kindly look at that. Show me that notification.
Notification first, your lordship.
Troubling you.
That's the only thing, your lordship. No, notification. Just 30th May 2025.
Show me that notification.
Page 221.
Of the writ petition?
No, এইটা
দাঁড়া অত তাড়াহুড়ো কেন? Ismatara Mondol, I can't pronounce properly. Ismatara Mondol.
20 number.
Item, no, your lordship is taking which one? 2. 2 beat the down.
6695 of 2024.
তোরা এত মোটা না সবাই সরিয়ে দিচ্ছি যাবে ধাক্কা মেরে। ও তাই তুইও তাই একমাত্র বিকাশ দা ছাড়া নোবডি ইজ স্লিম।
Supplementary affidavit.
Any normal, any from any writ petition.
Just a minute.
জানি।
এই সাপ্লিটা পেজ 53
পেয়ে গেছি লস। Now your losses,
Now, where is the order dated 4th April
that's
2025?
your losses. Last paragraph.
Page
Roman
25 of supplementary.
Starts at page 25 minutes, operating section note at page 51.
Roman 6.
That's different. That is not the part.
But because of this paragraph, the board issued the notification confining to the appellants. Kindly see candidature of such of the appellants who were in service as on such of the
So
appellants.
you appoint only the appellants within a period of 3 months.
How can I do it?
And
Desegregate?
and also permit them. Suppose there are 100 candidates, 50s are to be permitted, 50s will not be permitted because they are not appellants.
May I explain it?
Because they are not appellants.
May I explain it? Well, suppose, my lord, in the Supreme Court order, there are 300 petitioners, appellants. Oh, maybe. Example. Here comes 1000. Lord, if I deal with 300 first, there may be a situation that out of 1000, they who are the better candidates than 300. Then how do I deal with the situation? And
Yes, if in terms of
so
merit,
I have to consider
if
similarly
in
placed
terms of
candidate at a time, so that nobody, lesser qualified candidate is appointed, higher qualified candidate. I cannot do it in a two step. It has to be in one step.
Mr. Bhattacharya, there is a problem.
Another problem I tell you, losses. Another, your losses can look at this. This notification was questioned before the Supreme Court. Can look at the two orders. This 30th May.
Notification dated 30th May.
May. Again, by way of IA. In not IA, I find IA. I don't know, Malad. In this Malad appeal. Appeal was disposed of Kaushik Das. Kaushik Das again questioned this Malad notification. Now kindly see there are two orders of the Supreme Court.
Show me this one.
This one. Kindly see the
6 June 2025 order.
the next one. No, not this one. Your losses, kindly see the next page. Next, there are two pages.
Next page first.
This is the first order. Kindly see the date 6 June. The subject recruitment will remain stayed, subject to the final outcome of the miscellaneous application. Then this order revised on the same day, first page. 6 June. The subject recruitment will remain.
Shall remain
Subject to.
Subject to final outcome of the miscellaneous.
Word state deleted. Remain according to the dictionary meaning continue in the
Which
same
one
position.
is the last order?
There's remain.
Revised.
Well,
How do you get this?
Top at the right hand side, revised. Top right hand side. At the top, your losses. Section Roman 16. Got it, your losses. So remain, my lord, means continue in the same position. So this has to be clarified, my lord, from the Honorable Supreme Court.
No, the miscellaneous application is pending.
Pending.
Permit them and
I'm not saying your losses. Well, ultimately, my lord, continue in the same. Well, in toto, this has to remain.
In June.
Now, suppose your losses personal permit them. They will submit. It will not be possible before 18. Because they have to be given time. At least 18th has to be given time. So it has to be, my lord, technically it has to be changed. Not the conditions, but the timing, date, everything. So these are the situation I'm bringing to your losses notice.
I'm explaining to you. There is no difficulty. It's wrong reading of the order and the explanation.
And if your losses 4th April order,
yes.
order দিলে আমরা একটু টাইম
My lord will kindly turn to page April 24, 2025 order. Page 25. First,
4th April 2025 order.
yes. First, kindly come to the paragraph 40, Roman 5. We clarify that such of the teachers, but universal.
Paragraph 40, just in.
In general, page 27.
Yes, yes. Page 51.
But is it paragraph 40? We therefore was the first.
Yes, yes, yes.
Kindly come to Roman 5. We clarify that such of the teachers who were in employment as on 10th August 27 and who completed the 18 months of d.el.ed program through NYUs shall be considered as valid diploma holders for the purpose of applying in other institutions promotional avenues. Well, this is universal. This is law laid down.
Yes, that is the criteria laid down by the
And-
Supreme Court.
The next, since the court was considering the specific relief for the appellant, says we direct the respondents to consider the candidature of such of the appellants who were in service. Therefore, not all the appellants. The criteria again on 10th of 2017 and that who on verification are found to satisfy the eligibility criteria shall be appointed within a period of 3 months from today. Therefore, the obligation of the responsibility of the authority was to consider such of the applicants who were in employment and having 18 months course. If
But this cap of 3 months cannot be extended by this court.
but let me explain or should we immediately get it? Therefore, everything which was to be done, sought to be done by them, the 3 months. Now that for some reason they cannot complete it 3 months. But what requires, just apply and say because of the reasons we
so
get
far
other
appellate will be
extension.
complete in 3 months.
That which was used to be done in medical admission matter.
Yes, my lord is well aware and number of petitions. Now, here, my lord, the obligation which is, my lord, falling on the authorities, which Mr. Sanyal must practically considered to, that we have to verify them. Do it. Start verification procedures. In the meantime, if they cannot go, we can go to the Supreme Court and seek that since our verification is not done, kindly extend these 3 months. But at that 3 months, my lord, cannot give them an avenue not to consider the eligible candidate.
Similarly, circumstance candidates who are eligible in terms of the parameters laid down by the Supreme Court. Yes, yes.
Two factors.
10th August and 1st of April.
And Lord, even this can be done without in terms of order of the court, not sitting overnight. This is not much a huge task that the SSC can't do it.
The verification.
My lord will kindly pass order. With this, will at liberty to the parties
To approach the Honorable Supreme Court for extension of time.
That's all.
Well, I don't stand in the way. But according to me, my lord, everything there should be done before the Supreme Court.
And also another important aspect, Lord, which is pointed out correctly, the order of the Honorable Supreme Court was of 4th of April. They, my lord, waited for more than a month. And my lord, they issued the note 30th of May. Like, can they, my lord, take this plea? Therefore, my lord, these 2 months additional, my lord, time is automatically, my lord, given to the advantage to the eligible candidates. That's all, my lord. And if, my lord, they can verify, my lord, more than 20,000 candidates in 10 days, they can do rest, my lord, within 3 days. My lord will kindly fix the schedule. We shall go, my lord, submit our application, my lord, within 3 days from today, or 4 days, whatever is, my lord, working days. Let them, my lord, complete another week. Then everything can be done. It's a question of, my lord, doing.
Not that,
more
my lord, what
exercise.
my learned friend suggests is not that. My lord, suppose someone comes, we have to first see whether he initially applied pursuant to the recruitment or not.
Everything they will
Then
submit.
it cannot be done within 3 days.
It's not cheating.
So we have to first see whether he initially applied or not. If he didn't apply initially, I will not even take his application. Clear to your lordships. One must have applied pursuant to the recruitment notification. Then he can. So it's not a matter of
Is
job.
it a case that the petitioners are coming?
But I
before the
don't
court
know.
without
I don't know. How
applying-
do I know?
Without taking part
Why
in
should
the
they
recruitment
come?
process?
But how do I know?
No,
How do I
that's
know?
the purpose of verification.
That's for verification.
That we shall submit, my lord, these documents, I think subject to Mr. Shannon, that our application form, which was filed, my lord, which is annexed also petition, our, my lord, certificate for employment and everything. We shall, my lord, all give in one page, they can just verify it.
In comply with the notification of 30th May, they have to.
If they could have waited for 2 months after the Supreme
No, we
Court
have
order-
not waited, my lord. We have not.
You took
We are
time.
ready in regard to appellants.
Fourth
You did
April,
not wait, but you took time.
almost 2 months. আমরা কতদিন জানো না তো
না উনি তো বললেন 23 জন সর্বমোট NIS
ও।
স্ট্যাটাসে ওদের স্ট্যাটাস
তো শিওর
উনি তো বললেন
উনি বলো না তোমরা শিওর ও যদি একটা ভুল নাম্বার করেছে সেটাকে
কতজন 2300
কতজন আছে
2000 জন
সার্ভারে
আছে?
কতজন আছে
যাই না, আমার কি দরকার?
23 জন বললেন
ও একটা রাফ
ওরা তাহলে আমি
না না এগুলো
দশ করতে পারে
কত NIS কোথা থেকে বেরিয়ে চলে আসবে?
no, the only factor is that whether they have applied or not has to be
Manipulated হয়ে
checked.
যাবে।
Everything is
Article
there.
14 is very important in aspect of the public employment. Even the Honorable Supreme Court's order would not stand in the way.
And nowadays these are digital verification. Everything must be there on their
Problem
server.
is, Mr. Bhattacharya, that within a period of 3 months from today, they shall be appointed.
Right, my lord, 3 months from the 1st April.
Appellants.
My lord, that is with respect to the appellants. Let them prepare the list of the appellants, my lord, not issue appointment letter subject to this. The appointment is ready if they are at all entitled to. My lord, by that order, they cannot
How
but
could I
also
prepare two lists?
supersede
If your
the,
lordship permit, I have to prepare one list.
my lord, and that also, my lord, by the subsequent order remains stayed.
No, no.
Subject record shall remain subject to the final outcome.
Shall remain.
Yes.
Remain means notification.
Subject recruitment, no appointment. Appointment has
No,
to
any
be
schedule has been framed by you for the purpose of verification of eligibility.
But we have given in the notification
What are
itself
the
there.
testimonials documents which are to be submitted that you have stated at page
No,
53?
That's enough.
But no time schedule is there.
No further schedule is
No
required.
time schedule is required. Only from 9 June to 18 June.
Until 18 June.
কিছু দরকার নেই।
পরের পাতাতে দিয়েছি তো মূল রোল নাম্বার
Where, where?
My lord, I find your lordships. In the next page we have given according to
Only the
name.
time and date of verification.
মাইন্ড অ্যাপ্লাই করছে সময় দাও শর্টকাট করছে
এই তো লাগবেই।
As you submitted, Mr. Shanna, last occasion, that if necessary, time can be extended regarding
only-
verification.
Only by the Supreme Court.
Regarding verification. No. Up to 18th, I told you that a time. Then you prayed for accommodation. Then I fixed the matter today. So then you submitted that if it is required, it
I'm
can
not
be
on
extended.
that. I'm not on that. Your
Can be
lordship,
extended. Now,
I-
what is
I-
passing through my mind after hearing both of you that you first verify the appellants.
Yes.
Then for a period further period of fortnight, you verify the petitioners
Yes.
or other candidates who participated in the selection process and who fulfill the criteria as prescribed by the Honorable Supreme Court.
and in the notification, your lordship.
And in the notification,
it's the same
obviously, your notification, which is dated 30th May 2025. Then prepare a comparative merit list.
That's
Then prepare a
ultimately
comparative
that has
merit
to be
list.
prepared.
Then
That has to
prepare a
be prepared.
comparative merit list, but I will specifically observe in my order that a time which has been fixed by the Honorable Supreme Court of 3 months for appointment of the appellants, if they are eligible candidates, is not being, this court will not extending that time, the issue can be brought before the notice of the Supreme
The parties may approach on Supreme Court for
on the, let the verification process be made complete.
so that we can also appear Supreme Court say that.
Let the verification process be made complete.
Yes.
I am not directing that give them appointment,
Right.
but the verification process be made complete
Grateful,
and
man.
comparative merit chart is to be, list is to be prepared. And if the appellants are coming within the zone of consideration, they will be appointed within a period of 3 months as directed by the Honorable Supreme Court.
Grateful.
Yes, that also remains state by subsequent order. Anyway, Lordship, kindly give that leeway, we can approach the Supreme Court. That the verification has started, kindly give us some time. That will be the fair process.
Lordship is also fixing the time for another fortnight.
Now, how much time will be
Start of
required
it.
for verification of the candidates?
Kindly leave it to the discretion of the authorities. Because kindly do not fix the time. They will fix up according to their manpower, infrastructure. They have to think, it can't be done like this.
Look at the instruction, according to this is time.
Minimum staff.
2 weeks.
1200 জনের তো আপনি 10 দিন দিয়েছেন।
No, I am told 6 months they will take in the
appointment.
total process টা complete করার
ও
জন্য।
সেটা তো
1233 candidates will be
Candidates.
verified from
Candidates.
9 June 2025 to 18
18
June 2025.
No, first your lordships, this list has been prepared. This is the 4th April's order. This is 30th May. Just your lordships, they took almost, my lord, 2 months to prepare this list. They have to verify with their original application form, all that. So it will be double.
Here the candidates will go with
So
their
that's the, my lord.
Milord, again, Milord, the 3 months cannot
Kindly-
also be Milord, complied with in terms of this 20th May notification. 3 months have already gone.
No, 3 months have not yet gone.
Yes.
No, no.
because from the date
May, June, 30th June. We are
4th
ready
April.
so far appellants are concerned.
4th April, 3 months. May, June, July.
July, we have the time. So for appellants, we have the time. And we are prepared. We are going to do that.
If you could prepare for the 1200 candidates 10 days.
No, it's not,
do
it's
it
not,
for- do
it's
it
not the
for-
only job, my lord.
but it
and
can-
this job is easier.
Very well. I am directing that the
Distinction
primary
device.
board to verify the test, verify the eligible candidates if they fulfill the conditions prescribed by the Honorable Supreme Court
And the
and
notification.
prepare the comparative merit list.
Yes, that would do. That would do. তারপর তো Supreme Court
And prepare the comparative merit list. Thereafter, both of you are at liberty
Yes,
to take
yes,
steps
I
in
think
accordance
that's
and bring it to the notice of the Honorable
Yes,
Supreme
yes.
Court for passing and for appropriate order.
তার দরকার নেই, যশোর বোর্ডটা
So
বলে
kindly,
পরে-
my lord, in terms of the notification and the Supreme Court order.
In terms of the notification and the Supreme Court order. Notification,
Notification,
yes.
notification itself will not reflect Supreme Court order.
In terms of notification,
30th May.
30th May 2025. Yes, sir. I will not enter into,
Order-তে
only the Supreme Court has clarified it.
But this
What is the eligibility criteria that has been clarified?
Employment and
May I just add one thing? Visualize the situation, madam. We have applied in the recruitment process. The total vacancy was 11,765. Pending verification of all this, my lord, they have published the vacancy of, they have published the candidate in respect of 9533 candidates. In those 9533 candidates, these NIH candidates have not been considered. Now, for lack of time, again, once again, Ibar has come to the verification process, that was serious.
So I am permitting the authority to verify. Only Mr. Bhattacharya up to the extent of verification and preparing comparative.
Yes.
complete the verification process, prepare the comparative merit list, the rest parties are.
Yes.
My lord, only one thing before the court starts the dictation. Item 11, all the matters are being heard together. Item 11, Mr. Lally, the petition is defective because the School Service Commission has made a party. Primary board is not a party, yet the prayer is with regard to this issue, which
Oh,
is.
primary board is not a party.
Verification, my lord.
Sorry, let it be excluded from the bunch of these matters. Excluded. Which item?
Item 11.
এই দেখো তো item 11.
Instead, commission has been made a party, which.
No, not added today.
2, 3, 5. May I take leave, Milord?
Yes, yes.
My lord, I seek indulgence to appear online.
Item number 11. এসো
My lord, I seek
I
indulgence to
appear
appear
in
for
3, 4,
NCT.
7, 9, 12, 18 and 9.
all the matters are taken up together since common issue is involved. Excepting item number 11 being WP 359 of 2025
নম্বরও দিয়ে দেবে দেখে।
within bracket Sheikh Rakibul Ali versus State of West Bengal and others. Stop. That writ petition is kept outside the purview of the order which is to be passed today, since it is pointed out by by the learned advocate representing the West Bengal, representing the West Bengal West Bengal Central School Service Commission, that inadvertently West Bengal Central School Service Commission has been made party, but West Bengal Board of Primary Education has not been made party. Issue involved in this writ petition centers around verification of
Leave may be granted, while my prayer is into that effect itself. Only it is inadvertent.
verification of
that-
eligibility of the candidates by the West Bengal Board of Primary Education
My prayer is also
in
there.
connection with 2022 recruitment process.
Yes, my lord.
2022 recruitment process for filling up the post of primary teachers in the state of West Bengal. Stop. In absence of West Bengal Board of Primary Education, said writ petition cannot be dealt with today. Stop. However, leave is granted to the learned advocate representing the petitioner to amend the cause title and add West Bengal Board of Primary Education as party as additional respondent. Stop. After amendment is carried out, learned advocate for the petitioner is directed to serve notice upon the West Bengal Board of Primary Education in enclosing copy of this order by 7 days from date, and file further affidavit of service on the next date. List the matter.
One thing, well, give him immediately leave to correct it and.
Right,
Otherwise
so, my
he
lord.
may have to
One
complete it again.
petition, my lord. Only
Do
one
that, your
petition.
And let the
I
commission
know-
be expunged.
That-
Let the
Yes,
commission
my
be
lord, that I
expunged.
will.
তাহলে এটা পড়ো স্যার।
My lord, I
One
seek
petition.
indulgence to appear for
আর কি
NCT.
বলছিলাম তাহলে ওই জায়গাটা বাদ দাও। আচ্ছা, তাহলে লিভ ইজ গ্রান্টেড বলো। লিভ ইজ cause title in course of this day and add West Bengal Board of Primary Education as additional respondent. Stop. Mr. Shannal Lanet, senior advocate, is representing West Bengal Board of Primary Education, West Bengal Board of Primary Education in other matters, and he has submitted that service of notice upon the board, ওই সব জায়গায় board করে দেবে, stands dispensed with.
Only give me a.
Stands dispensed with. Copy of the writ petition is made over to the learned advocate, is made over to Mr. Shannal. Stop. তাহলে
And commission may be
the West Bengal Central School Service Commission is expunged from the array of respondents in that array of respondents as delineated in the cause title of that writ petition. Stop. ওই ওপরে হ্যাঁ ওই এক্সক্লুশনটাকে বাদ দিয়ে দিতে হবে, আউটসাইড দ্য পারভিউ অফ দ্য, ওটা ওকে বাদ দিতে হবে। নেক্সট
My lord, I seek indulgence to appear for NCT
Considering my writ
in this
petition.
matter. My lord, I seek indulgence to appear for NCT.
petitioners. Now, it is submitted by the learned advocates representing the petitioners that they participated in the selection process, that is, they participated in 2023 selection process initiated by the board, for filling up the post of primary teachers in the state of West Bengal. Petitioners are, it is also submitted that petitioners are in employment on 10th August 2017 and completed 18 months d.el.ed within bracket ODL close bracket program through National Institute of Open Schooling, National Institute of Open Schooling within bracket for short NIOS close bracket, before 1st April 2019. Stop. It is also contended on behalf of the petitioners that a notification has been issued by the Secretary, West Bengal Board of Primary Education on 30th May 2025 in compliance with the solemn judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court dated 4th April 2025, passed in civil appeal, passed in a civil appeal arising out of SLP within bracket C close bracket number 19139 of 2024 for verification of eligibility of the appellants in the said appeal on and from 9 June 2025 to 18 verification of eligibility of appellants in the said appeal within the period from 9 June 2025 to 18 June 2025 at the office of the board. Stop. It is submitted on behalf of the petitioners jointly that petitioners are not appellants before that appeal is still pending.
Lordship, that
Revised appeal is pending. Miscellaneous application is pending.
But the appeal is disposed.
Yes, appeal is disposed.
main appeal is disclosed. Final judgment.
The Honorable Supreme Court, in connection with civil appeal arising out of SLPC number 19139 of 2024 within bracket Kaushik Das and others versus State of West Bengal and others. But petitioners are similarly circumstanced like appellants in connection with recruitment process of 2023 which has been 2022 which has been conducted by, which is being conducted by the board. Stop. Like appellants, petitioners were also on employment on 10th August 2017 and who completed 18 months d.el.ed course within bracket ODL or with 18 months d.el.ed within bracket ODL program through nios on 1st April 2019. But in view of notification dated 30th May 2025, they are going to be excluded from the process of verification of eligibility or eligible from the process of from verification process. Stop. It is the contention of the appellants on backdrop of facts. No, it is the contention of
Petitioners.
no, it is the contention of the petitioners before this court on the backdrop of facts that both appellants before the Supreme Court and petitioners before this court jointly participated in 2022 selection process Stop. Dispute arose whether the candidates having d.el.ed within bracket ODL d.el.ed qualification, dispute arose that the candidates having d.el.ed qualification from nios having duration of 18 months would be treated as eligible candidates or not for being appointed in the post of primary teacher in connection with the said selection process of 2022. Some of the candidates out of the entire some of the candidates out of the candidates who participated in 2022 selection process approached the honorable approach coordinate bench, and the issue ultimately went before the honorable Supreme Court, where order was passed on 4th April 2025. Giving directions upon giving direction upon the recruitment authority to take certain steps. Stop. Paragraph 40 of the order dated 4th April 2025 is quoted below. If 40 টাকে set out করে দেবেন। Stop. It is also contended that since petitioners are similarly circumstanced like appellants before the Honorable Supreme Court, having eligibility criteria as prescribed in the order dated 4th April 2025, they may be permitted to participate in the verification
which is commenced on
process, which is scheduled from 9 June 2025 to 18 June 2025. In support of such contention, reliance is placed
AIR 2025 SC 80.
in support of such contention, আচ্ছা অর্ডারটা দিতে বলেছিলাম কোথায় গেল? In support of such contention, reliance is placed on the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court reported in AIR 2025 Supreme Court 83, paragraph 14, 15, 16 and 17, and another judgment reported in 1987 volume 4 SCC 431 within bracket KI Sefford and others versus Union of India and others. আচ্ছা আগের যেটা সাইটেশনটা দিলাম ওখানে ওইটা দিয়ে দাও, লেফটেন্যান্ট কর্নেল সুপ্রিতা চান্ডেল ভার্সেস ইউনিয়ন অফ ইন্ডিয়া and others. Next paragraph, Mr. Sharnal, learned senior advocate representing board in reference to representing board upon placing reliance on the order dated 4th April 2025 has submitted that the Honorable Supreme Court directed to consider the candidature of the appellants who were in service as on 10th August 2017 and that who, comma, on verification, comma, are found to satisfy the eligibility criteria shall be appointed within a period of 3 months from today. Stop. According to the board, in order to maintain the time frame fixed by the Honorable Supreme Court in the order dated 4th April 2025, exercise relating to verification of eligibility, exercise relating to verification of eligibility of the appellants needs to be completed at an early date for giving them appointment within the prescribed period of 3 months. Stop. At this juncture, if candidates similar to the if candidates who are similarly circumstanced like appellants before the Supreme Court having eligibility criteria are permitted to participate in the verification process, that would take much time and it may not be possible for the board to appoint the appellants within the time prescribed by the Honorable Supreme Court. Since there are many candidates who may be similarly circumstanced, but they have not been invited to participate in verification process since they are not appellants before the Supreme Court. Next paragraph. Considering the submissions made on behalf of the petitioners and board, this court needs to record first that the time fixed by the time framed by the Honorable Supreme Court in the order dated 4th April 2025 has to be complied with for giving appointment to the appellants in the event they are found suitable after completing the exercise, after completing the verification process. Stop. But at the same time, it needs to be taken into consideration that if petitioners, if other candidates who, if petitioners and other candidates who participated, if petitioners who participated in the same selection processes are also having eligibility criteria and fulfill the conditions as prescribed by the Honorable Supreme Court in order dated 4th April 2025, ought to be left out or not. Considering the case at my hand, next paragraph. Considering the case at my paragraph wise করে দেবে তো 1 2 3 4 করে. Considering the case at my hand, it is apparent that petitioners are standing on the same pedestal with the appellants, but only difference is they are not the appellants before the Honorable Supreme Court. Keeping in Honorable Supreme Court. Stop. In this regard, reliance is placed on the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court delivered in Suprita Chandel Supra, wherein in paragraph 14 it has been observed that it is well settled principle of law that where a citizen aggrieved by an action of the government department has approached the court and obtained a declaration of law in his/her favor, others similarly situated ought to be extended the benefit without the need of for them to go to court. Stop. While enunciating law in Suprita Chandel Supra, Honorable Supreme Court relied upon K.I. Seifert Supra. Yesterday, without considering this, without going through, I expressed that in K.I. Seifert law has been laid down. হ্যাঁ কি বলছিলাম সেন্টেন্সটা wherein it was observed that there is no justification to penalize those who are not litigating or who have not litigated. Stop. Similarly, candidates should be entitled to the same benefits as the petitioners. Stop. Stop. Next paragraph. In view of law laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court in Suprita Chandel Supra and K.I. Seifert Supra, this court directs board to treat the petitioners as similarly circumstanced candidates as appellants before the Honorable Supreme Court, to treat the petitioners as similarly circumstanced candidates like other candidates who are appellants before the Honorable Supreme Court, and verify the eligibility of the petitioners at an early date without disturbing the verification process which has been initiated in terms of notification dated 30th May 2025, which is confined to the appellants before the Honorable Supreme Court. Stop. Petitioners shall be verified. Now, eligibility of the petitioners shall be verified by the board provided they fulfill the conditions as stipulated by the Honorable Supreme Court in the order dated 4th April 2024 to the extent that petitioners were in employment on 10th August 2017 and completed 18 months d.el.ed within bracket ODL program through NIOS before 1st April 2019.
As well as the notification hour 30th May.
Stop. petitioners are also required to comply the norms as prescribed in the notification dated 30th May 2025 issued by the Secretary, West Bengal Board of Primary Education. Stop. After verification of the petitioners, a comparative merit chart is to be prepared Stop. Now, a comparative merit chart, কি বললাম, a comparative merit chart is to be prepared. A comparative merit chart is to be prepared for filling up the posts of primary teachers in connection with 2022 selection process. Stop. After preparation of merit chart of the petitioners on completion of verification process to be initiated by the board, petitioners shall be at liberty to take steps in accordance with it. Stop. Next paragraph, all the writ petitions stand disposed of. All the writ petitions and connected applications stand disposed of.
And item 11 also, since I've handed over the documents, my lord, item 11 also.
With cost.
My lord.
So I appear in item number 3, 4, 7, 9, 12, 18 and
The past portion is to be changed.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
that has to be changed.
এটা একটু ঠিক করে নি, তাহলে
I'm making correction.
ছেড়ে দাও, ওটা তুমি
Accepted
তোমার
the
মতো করে করে দিয়ে আমাকে দিও, তারপর ওই যে বিয়ন্ড দ্য অ্যাম্বিট
Exactly.
all the matters common orders to be passed in all matters, including yours. Amendment,
Yes,
serve
right.
note copy upon
I've given, I've already given.
Not separate order or one order?
one order. They are appearing in the list under the heading urgent motion. So file it.
এগুলো লাগাও না। লাগানো না।
আচ্ছা, একটা লাইন,
My lord, all deficit court fees are paid and everything of service.
affidavits of service filed